You guys ready to blow some stuff up? Yeah? What? YouTube guidelines and terms of service? Yeah. What the heck is that? I'm the only one down here. Ooh, I got a claim jumper. Come on, come with me, boy. Gotcha! That's no claim jumper, that's my wife, sonny boy. I didn't hear you. Come on now. All right, what's she doing? What does it look like she's doing? She's in here cutting her own drift while you're sitting at home on the couch eating chips, getting fat. How could you let her dig on her own? Oh, Billy. That's a good looking drift. Look at that little baby drift she's cutting out. It's got a nice cut to it. Edges are all nice. Back looks good. I wish I could cut my drifts like that. She's a regular gold digger. I mean gold miner. And she's already cut out over a ton of muck. What's your excuse, huh? Now, hold on. You guys are the one who stayed at home and eating chips, making her work this drift by herself, huh? Our little girl's grown up and digging her own drift. I'm gonna help her on the first muck, but then she's gotta do the rest, okay? That's right. That's the life of a gold digger. I mean gold miner. All right, sweetie. How much more material are you gonna dig out?
A little bit more.
All right, I'm gonna help her muck. What do you guys want? Rock and roll or $6 million man? Huh? I can't hear you. What?
My name is Jeff.
That's right. You know what you're getting. Space here now. We can start driving this drift forward and looking for gold. I've talked about these clay seams before, but for some of you new folks out there, the dark clay seams here, they don't have any gold in them, but they've got a lot of crystal, gypsum crystal that's precipitated out into them. Some of them are extremely large. In fact, we've got clusters called gypsum rows that we found down here. A lot of you said you wanted to know what it looked like down here underground, so we're gonna draw you a map. We've picked the best ground that we thought by triangulating all the other shafts that we saw in the area into the middle. We sunk a shaft down 20 feet. When we got down here, we started finding little pieces of gold down here in the caliche seams, especially where it's mineralized, it's red. You can still see the gravels right there. Not a lot of gold, but enough to keep us going. 2017, we got to about this part right here, and we were still finding traces of gold on the false bedrock, which is the cemented caliche bed. Well, we also noticed that we were finding that gold in that red clay seam, and right about here, the concentration was the highest, and it had a dip of about maybe 30 degrees. There's a little bit of gold in there, and then there's another one down here. There's actually 3 of them. Here's the upper, the mid, and the lower. But the lower one was the one that had the highest concentrations of gold in it. So we started driving this incline in. We decided to install a honey pot. Now, for those of you out there that don't know what a honey pot is, it's where we keep our That is a honeypot. It has served us well. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Jeff, what's inside that honeypot? You want me to show you, huh? It's about 60 degrees down here. Here you can see the gravel beds here. You can see all the gravels, and you can see how they're getting bigger. See that? So this is the channel we decided to chase. See that? All this red material here has fine gold in it, and then this is the cemented caliche that it's all sitting on. We also installed this. This is a slusher. Now, for those of you out there that don't know what a slusher is, it's like a big dragging blade or shovel that drags along the ground that uses a winch system to pull it forward and back. Here's one of the controls here for the slusher, and here's the other control. Down here's the bottom of the slusher, and if you look towards the top, you'll see these two gates. The gates work by sliding open and close. All you have to do is slide these handles back and forth, and it'll open either the front two holes or the rear two holes. All right, here's the rear two. Welcome to the Valley of the Caves. That's when there was a inland sea draining because of evaporation and climate change. Some of them go pretty far, but the problem is they're not very large. And we can hear running water when you get inside. And we've been finding large river rock like this, mostly sandstone. There it is right there. That's the cave system that we've tried to shimmy into. It gets really tight. It goes to the left and then it goes around a corner, and it's too tight for me. 2019, we backtracked to this junction right here. And the reason why is because we were curious about this really thick red clay seam that has huge gravels in it. This seam right here, see how thick it is? Huge gravels coming out of there, and it just keeps on going. So we decided to head off in this direction. Now this drift, we made a lot taller. All right, as you can see, this one's much roomier than the other drifts. Now keep in mind, the taller a drift is, the more muck you gotta remove. Now when we cut this drift, we used a technique called bench cutting. Now right about here, we started encountering some really soft ground. It was to the point you could dig it with your finger. So we just started incorporating timbering. Now timbering is a long, tedious process. All the timber's gotta be pre-cut on the surface, hauled down. It's gotta be marked for placement. And then if you're doing an incline like this, we like to bolt them all together so it's one single unit. Now for communication, we're using these old Vietnam phone sets down here. They work beautifully underground, and I can call up if I need anything. To get them to work, you just crank the handle on the side and it rings the other phone up on the surface. It's 2020, and when we hit the old Chinese shaft, we were extremely excited. Somebody had covered it over on purpose, is because they were trying to hide the gold. I don't know why they never came back. We opened up the shaft, then we timbered it, and we were using that as a main shaft, and the old shaft we're using as an escapeway and air shaft. 2020, we dropped the shaft in, and we got down to right about here. Now we noticed a lot of the gold was sitting on top of this thick seam of cemented caliche, and it's like solid concrete. So we thought we'd drift along the top of it because that's where all the super big gold nuggets were. We decided that it was easier to drop a sump than to try to move that shaft sinking bucket to the face and back again. It was just too much work. So we decided to drop this sump. And in the meantime, I wanted to know what was down below this caliche bed, if there was a bottom to it or not. Well, most of y'all remember what happened when we did that. That's right, we found that big ugly red worm down there. And he's still down there, and I'm sure there's plenty more. Drop the rails all the way down into there. This is where we encountered that red worm down here in the sump. Jackhammering one day to drop it, pulled the jackhammer back. There was a worm about 1.5 inches, maybe 2 inches in diameter. Real glossy color skin, like a deep blackish red color. And it moves really fast. Now about 2021 to 2022, we opened this up as much as we could, timbered as much as we could, we drove this forward, and in the process, we noticed another channel going off to the right. And those are the more recent videos where you see us uncovering large gold nuggets. We built a small ore car, brought rail down here, and we're using that to shuttle material back and forth into the skip bucket. Now, if you remember when my dad passed away, I always called him my pops. So we named the drift after him. I thought that was fitting, and I know he's down here all the time helping me. So this is Pop's drift, Wobble Pop's drift. Now we're venturing straight and to the right at the same time, which means twice as much labor, twice as much muck, but it also means twice as much gold. To make things easier, I'm bringing my wife down here today, and she can run the metal detector while I'm trying to get the material out of the way. It's just so much easier that way.
Sounds fun.
Yeah. That's exactly where we were getting that last signal at. Yeah, you're getting a wobble pop on that.
Oh my God.
Tell me where. All right, so I'm gonna bring in the big guns, bring a hammer drill because this is really hard for her to dig on, and trust me, I know exactly what she's going through. Ah, where are you? Oh, it's out. Gotcha. All right. There's another one in there too.
Oh my God. I love the sound.
In my hand. I don't see nothing. Ah, look at that! Right there on the edge.
Let me see.
Look, 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 look. Look at that. That's it.
Oh my God.
Look at the size of that monker. It's a monster.
Yay. So it's mine because I
why is it always hers?
Oh
That is
my
nice.
God.
Let me clean it up a of it.
I love it.
It's mine, right?
No.
I like all of a sudden it's coming down to it's mine Nugget. Here, sweetie. Isn't that nice?
That's so beautiful.
Look at that. Let me get my light off of it. It's got some kind of rock stuck to it.
It's so beautiful. Oh my God.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah, because yours looks better.
Look at that. What is that? I want to know what that rock is, though. Look at that. See that? It's stuck. It's running all the way through it, too. That is really bizarre. Tell you what, there's nothing like finding gold with the one you love, huh, sweetie?
Yes.
And now you know why I'm always sweating when I come up out of the drift mine. Because it's like a sauna down here.
Oh my God, it's hot.
Super hot. Body's hot. It's so hot. Don't you feel my body? Let's see if you guys know what song that is. Leave me a comment down below. So you just keep them pants on.
One pair of pants later.
Who needs a gym? Just be a gold miner, son. Yeah! I wish I had somebody to help me. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and shut her down, and we'll see what we got. Ooh, I can't wait, and I know you can't wait either. And yeah, you're gonna get wet. Oh wow, look at that one. Right there. It's standing up on end. I've never seen that. And I got chunks of gold there, all over the place. Let's turn this thing on and see what's in it. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Oh, I can't wait. Oh, look at the amount of gold. Oh my gosh, that's nothing but, look at that. First riffle, fill. Second riffle, full. Third, full. Fourth, oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Now that is a record clean out. Just look at that. Oh my gosh. All the gold that we get out of this drift mine goes directly to our premium patrons. It's just our way of saying thank you for helping us keep the dream alive. Because without their support, none of this would exist. Now if you're asking yourself, Jeff, how do I get involved with this? You're gonna look for the little patron icon at the end of the video that looks like that. Just click on it, make a $10 pledge. You're in like Flynn. Take care, everybody.